Hey guys, welcome to Juicy Tea, where I read out the best stories on Reddit, so you don't have to. The funny, shocking, and satisfyingly juicy. Am I the a-hole for blowing up on my friend who constantly makes comments about my boobs? Posted by a throwaway account. I have big boobs. I'm currently at 52 kilos, and there's nothing I can do to change the size of these things, unless I have surgery. I am also extremely shy and from a very conservative family, so my resentment and shame towards my bust is an ongoing issue. My friend Sarah is one of those unfiltered free thinkers who says whatever on her mind. She's also slim and her chest is very much in proportion to the rest of her body. We work together and I've always secretly been jealous of how great shirts and tops look on her, whereas I feel I look very sloppy and unprofessional with oversized ill-fitting clothes. Sarah has this way of always bringing up my boobs in conversation, starting off complimentary, but often ending with a subtle insult. She knows they're a physical feature I'm uncomfortable with, but doesn't let up. Examples of things she'll say is how my boobs look great now, but give it a few years and they'll be down to my knees, ha ha ha. Or she'll show me comments on Reddit where people are discussing chest size preferences, and most are commenting that they much prefer a small bust over large. Or just a general reminder of how work or men will never take me seriously because of my cartoon boobs. I know she's just trying to have lighthearted fun, but it gets to me, and I've told her a few times to drop it before. This isn't lighthearted fun. She's so jealous of your boobs, and she's taking it out on you. We're currently working from home, and we all have daily video calls and meetings. Uniform isn't necessary, and we can wear whatever we like. A few days ago, it was extremely hot, and I was wearing a lighter, more revealing top than my usual baggy cover-ups. During this video call, in front of 6 other colleagues, Sarah starts vocalizing her thoughts on my appearance. Oh my god, put those away! You look like you're in a porno! We don't need to see that first thing in the morning, ha ha ha! I was mortified! One of the other colleagues laughed along, but the rest looked uncomfortable. I felt close to tears and made an excuse and left the meeting. Sarah called me up half an hour later asking what was wrong, and I went off on her. I told her to go F herself and I was sick of her constant jabs about my appearance. I went on a 10-minute tirade and then hung up. Sarah has been off sick since that day and we haven't spoken again. I'm wondering if I was too harsh, and maybe should I call and apologize for my outburst? Was I the a-hole? Absolutely not! Do not apologize! She's bullying you for your appearance. If anything, you should report her to HR. You have witnesses. Update. I'm fuming! I just spoke with a colleague, John, who was part of the video call that day, and he told me that Sarah's been telling everyone that it's me who's been bullying her and making her feel insecure about her appearance. By having big boobs? This is why it's so important to report this ASAP. You stood up to her, and now she's trying to get everyone to think that you're the bully, and she was just defending herself so that she can avoid consequences. When she made those comments during the meeting, it was in retaliation to how I made her feel. Apparently, I said she looks like a boy and called her flat-chested and ugly several times in the past. I have never and would never say this. I don't even understand the stupid boy body insult because a small bust has always looked very beautiful and classy in my eyes. Anyway, John knows she's lying and has suggested we speak to HR. The others will also back me up. I know most people here suggested I do this and I wasn't sure at first, but F it, I'm reporting her. I don't know why I ever considered her my friend. She's effing mental and annoying. Update 2. Now I feel stupid for even asking the question, am I the a-hole? I thought I may have been at one point because the video call was amongst mostly workmates rather than clients, and I wasn't sure if my sensitivity towards my body image made me overreact to a joke that could have been innocent. I now realise it wasn't. I've also spoken to another coworker who's closer to Sarah, and she thinks Sarah may have already reported me to HR. She said the phone conversation we had after the meeting was filled with abusive bullying language and physical threats. It wasn't a pleasant phone call, but the worst thing I said was she can go F herself and that I don't ever want to speak to her again. The rest of the conversation was just rehashing all the comments she made about my body and how it made me feel. She also claimed that I've been making inappropriate jokes about her appearance and work ethic through the years, and this confrontation was a long time coming. She also suggested that I've convinced the guys in the office to take my side by being a flirt and a tease. Did I mention that I'm stupidly shy? My head is swimming, and I think I may be dealing with an actual psycho. I don't know how it's come to this ridiculous level of craziness. All I wanted to do was get on with my effing work in peace and get through this awfulness. But now I have to deal with this BS. Update 3. I've contacted HR with my complaint. I have a lot of old text messages and emails with comments and memes Sarah has sent me making fun of my chest size. John and other colleagues are fully supporting me, as well as my manager. It will take a while for them to get back to me, but I'm confident that things will be sorted out and Sarah will be dealt with. In hindsight, I should have confronted Sarah more sternly in the past, but I guess I was trying to avoid conflict. Update 4. The coworker Lucy, who keeps in contact with Sarah and told me earlier that Sarah may have reported me to HR, just phoned to tell me that Sarah has suffered a serious panic attack. Lucy doesn't want to take sides, but has suggested that I reconsider taking drastic action. Sarah is too unwell to talk to me herself, but has asked that I drop my complaint and she'll drop hers, citing the whole thing as a misunderstanding and stress-induced disagreement. I've had panic attacks before in my life, and I seriously felt like I was going to die. It's a horrible feeling, and if Sarah has honestly just had one herself, I don't want to push her too far. I still want to address her comments over the video call, but I'm wondering if I should just drop the other complaints. Sarah has asked to move teams, so we won't directly work with one another, but it doesn't seem like she wants to apologize yet. And just to clarify to people who assumed I was wearing a bikini top or boob tube during the meeting, I wasn't. It was a short sleeve plain t-shirt which hugged my breasts more than my usual baggy tops. Sarah sounds like a classic narcissist. She bullied you for years. You stood up to her and she tried to bury you. It didn't work, so now she's trying to get you to back off. Not by actually acknowledging what she did and apologizing, but saying, "We both said some things, it was all just a misunderstanding, let's just bury the hatchet." The thing is, her hatchet is blunt and she only just realized it. If you didn't have all the evidence you do, she may very well have been able to manipulate everyone into believing that you were the bully. And I promise you, she wouldn't have hesitated to bury the hatchet in your effing head. I don't like to hold grudges, and I think getting her fired during a time like this may be a bad thing to do. I feel like she's already punished herself enough by displaying this effed up behaviour to others and losing a lot of respect from coworkers. If we don't ever have to interact with one another, I'm up for that. I have a suspicion that Sarah may have found this post and read it, which I thought I'd feel bad about, but I really don't care. Last update. I'm not dropping any of the complaints. Sarah, F you, Michelle, and I have spoken, and although it started off promising, she is mentally unhinged and without conscience. I didn't realize how deep her hatred runs. Not only did she mock all those things I told her in confidence about the way my family treated me growing up, but she accused me of effing every guy from work to get ahead. Now I know where some of those fake office rumors about me came from. I've been such a naive idiot. I've allowed my shyness and aversion to conflict to stop me from fighting people who manipulate and walk all over me. I don't need this misery in my life. If she's reading this, get some professional help. I know you desperately fancy John, and as you said, despise the way he looks at me. I know it bothers you that he took my side and has been a great support. Well, I'm going for drinks with him. Remember, I post new content every day, so subscribe for more juicy tea.